tricycle in the hallway? Is that The
Yes.
Shining? Or the kid? See, now Derpy will be the one riding on the tricycle. You'll never see his. It would be like a
And then
behind
I'll
scene.
see
It
a
would show
shiny bright
Derpy.
red.
Well, then you would get to the door and it would say something on it like Derpy or something like that. And don't Jack Nicholson in this movie like put his head through the crack in the door? And it would be the
Yes.
ball. It would be the shine of Mike's head, like as Derpy's coming down on the tricycle, and it would get to that door and it would say something on it, and the door would open and it would be your head instead of Jack Nicholson's face. Don't you think that'd be great?
Here's Baldy.
You know what? I hate you both. Every day I regret coming on here every day.
I think that would be a fantastic. I was sitting here last night thinking, and I thought that would be a fantastic idea.
I come in here, try to be prepared, engaging, have fun, impart some sports knowledge, learn something. Nope. You two come in here. It's like, oh, we're just gonna come and make fun of Mike all day.
And it would be like there'd be two of me, like I'd have a twin, and I'd just be like how they had the two girls standing there in a dress.
So one of you was enough.
Like it would be
no, dude. We can put the dummies on the little
the
cycles.
Dummies.
There we go.
Or the dummies.
Now I'm engaged.
Or the dummies could be the twins. Like they could be standing at the hall as Derpy gets to the end of the hall on his little tricycle. Yeah. I like the idea because you don't see Derpy. Go. You know what I mean? You never actually see him. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to the show. This is episode 397 of the Two Dum Yinzers. I gotta say, I want to thank Labor Day for throwing me off this whole entire week. I'm gonna forever be one day off all week. Today is gonna be Monday to me all the way until tonight. I know it.
Yeah, I had to work a weird shift at work, like what would be the normal Monday shift, and I don't work it, and it's Tuesday, and I am all confused as well.
Yeah, it's it's going to take a while in this one.
Yeah.
Guys, we got a lot to dive into today. I'm going to start with the football. The 2023 team captains for the Pittsburgh Steelers were named yesterday. On the list of captains, nine-time captain Cameron Hayward is the nine-time captain of this team.
You're just mad you don't play football, Mike.
Besides for that, on the defensive side of the ball, TJ Watt is also a captain.
I can dig that one. I dig that one.
On offense, the quarterback KP gets the spot on the offensive side. I think that you have to have this.
Yes.
Yeah, quarterback should be your captain.
Finally, the special teams, Miles Killebrew,
yes.
Mike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm down with that. Miles Killebrew is the heart and soul of that special teams unit. I am surprised with, like, I noticed a lot of people too online notice this. Where's Najee? Because last year it was Mitch and Najee. You figured, okay, Mitch is going to be he's the backup quarterback. It's going to be Kenny and Najee. No Najee. I find that a little weird.
That's interesting.
That the team, because the team votes on who the captains are going to be. So I don't know why he was left off. Yeah, maybe they just wanted to put all their support behind the Kenny this year. Maybe they saw like a lot of teams were having 8-9 captains. Like, hey, let's just scale it back, have 4 and be done. Or I don't want to say something that's not true, but like, is there something there with Najee? He doesn't seem like that guy that would be a bad teammate. He everything you see about him, he's a good kid. Good dude. So I just found that weird. It's like it threw me by surprise, threw a lot of people by surprise, fans and media. Like they're like, whoa, where's Najee? Because normally you're on there for a long time as a captain.
To be honest,
see with TJ and Cam. It was just it struck me. I just think they just wanted to go with 4 and put all the offensive focus on Kenny. He's our guy. We're gonna back him 100% instead of splitting the offense.
That is exactly what.
That's what I'm thinking.
I promise you.
I hope that's what it is. Because, like I said, Najee doesn't seem like that dude.
No.
Yeah. Or he would cause something to lose his captaincy.
The thought never crossed my mind, and this is why when I read the list. I seen it was Cam, and I was like, that's no surprise. Hayward.
I'm not a big Hayward fan, but he is a good teammate.
TJ Watt, no surprise.
Great teammate.
Kenny Pickett on offense and Miles Killebrew on special teams. And it didn't even cross my mind why we don't have a second person on offense. I just assumed that they're giving turning it over to Kenny, and they're kind of using this as it's your team, lead this team. I didn't think twice about it, but now that you mentioned it, I guess we'll keep an eye on it. But
yeah, it just like I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just a little different. Yeah, it's a little jarring, but hey, maybe they learned, it took Ben 5 years before he was a captain after he already led the team to multiple Super Bowls. Maybe put some faith behind your quarterback. Let him,
right.
So yeah, it was just weird. It was just odd.
Jarvis Jones, guys, fellow Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, arrested Friday night for speeding and reckless driving. Jarvis Jones, if you wonder what he's been up to, he's actually currently on the staff for the Georgia Bulldogs football team as a football player connection coordinator.
He is the 15th member of the Georgia Bulldogs to be arrested for speeding or reckless driving.
Hey, man. It's
nice. That sounds like his career roads down there.
You hit them roads in Georgia. You just want
my buddy lives down in South Carolina, and he says down south, everyone drives like they're in NASCAR.
Yeah. So it's because they think they are in NASCAR. That's what
it doesn't surprise me at all. It was just a little. It's just wild. You think after the 13th one, be like, hey guys, we got to settle this down here. We gotta do something. We gotta curb this. And George is like, nah, man, roll tide.
Yeah.
I just sounds like his career in a nutshell.
Oh, Jarvis, spinal stenosis. He got a weak neck. Let's draft him first overall or
football
first round.
Player connection coordinator. That's what Mr. Jones has been up to.
Hey,
down in Georgia.
Hey, it was good enough for Jalen Carter. I guess it's good enough for Jarvis.
Here's one that I like. Starting linebackers on the inside were named.
And
it's named Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts, or Quan Alexander. Quan Alexander worked his way into the starting position. Apparently, how it's going to play out is Quan is going to be a dime and nickel package guy. E-Rob is going to be the hammer, and Cole Holcomb will wear the green dot. He's going to be the leader of the defense. So just depending on what's going on, either one of these three guys could be your starter. So I like that.
I like that. Yeah, it's hard to figure out who's going to be who. So might as well. And we saw it in the preseason when the starters were playing. It's like they were rotating them in and out. So
I like this. I want to see a lot of Quan Alexander. And who knows? I mean, how long this is going to last? Again, these are all injury-prone people. Our whole defense is built off of people that are injured. They really are.
Yeah.
You go from your linebackers to your safeties to your defensive line. It was a very, very smart thing for us to go out and get a lot of depth this offseason because, we'll see what we have. I think it's going to go okay, but again, we will see. The one thing that we're concerned about here is the injury bug, as always. And I guess that the team that we're playing in 5 days can relate. We got George Kittle. George Kittle has had there's serious doubts about week one, still battling issues with this groin strain that he had in preseason. He came back at the end of the preseason. They said that he was okay to go, but there's still speculation that George Kittle may not play this Sunday.
George, I like you. I think you're a damn good tight end, but brother, take a week off, man. Heal up. Do what's best for the team. Be ready for the long haul. Take the week off. The week off.
Bosa, another one. It doesn't look like he wasn't at practice yesterday. Didn't get any contract situations taken care of yesterday. Today is Tuesday, I believe. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, we're getting really close to game time. Again, 5 days away, guys, from the Steeler home opener. And Bosa hasn't seen the field yet. He's still contract.
It'll be a game decision.
They offered him a monster deal, one that's that's higher than what TJ was getting, and that would make him the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. And he said no.
Yeah.
So Bosa, hold out for more.
Yeah, it works for me.
For more. You and Kittle deserve a week off. After what you guys went through last season, the heartbreak, the heartache, take another week off, come back, regroup week 2.
So we have a questionable, we don't know. I mean, we could, as far as we know, Brock Purdy's arm could be just fine. but you have him coming off.
I don't trust his arm right now.
You have him coming off a big injury. You have this Bosa situation. You have Kittle's more than likely out. I'm liking this game a little bit more every week. Apparently, if these guys don't play, it's going to turn the point spread. I think we're 3-point underdogs right now.
Mm-hmm.
We would be 3-point favorites if it would go into the game as is today with these players not playing.
You know what? As a Steelers fan, I don't want to see these guys play because it's going to help my team win and give them a better chance to win. But as a football fan, I would hate for these two not to be there.
I think that their receivers are going to give us a little bit of it's going to be a real test for our corners, for everybody that we brought in. Basically, I can't wait to see this defense, the number one squad, go out there and shut down the San Francisco offense. You know, they got a lot of firepower. You know, they got Debo, they got Christian McCaffrey. You know, it's not going to be an easy game by any means. I think yesterday when we were doing our picks, I think we were hitting it pretty close on the head. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game. It's
not going to be a shootout. It's going to be something along the lines of your 23-20s, 27-20, you know, something along these lines. And it's going to be a really good game. But again, we'll take everything that we can take here that we could use to our advantage. And of course, Bosa and Kittle being out is huge. That's huge.
It's huge. What they do, they still have Christian McCaffrey. So that's the thing right there too. You know, if they get the ground game going, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. I think you'll be able to, play action. Everyone's going to bite on the run.
I think we put a lot of effort into that, stopping that. So I'm looking forward to seeing this challenge, seeing Christian McCaffrey going against our newly assembled defense, because this is what we built our defense around. We built it around you want to stop the run first. And if these guys can stop McCaffrey, I feel confident. Make Purdy beat us.
But yeah, that's any young quarterback, that's what you want to do. And if he beats us and we stop McCaffrey, I'm okay with that. I'd rather have Purdy beat us than let McCaffrey run all over us. So he can stop the run
happening. I can see us crushing him in the backfield, like the little bug that he is.
I think he'll have a couple of those runs. It's hard to you can contain contain him for a while, but every once in a while, he's going to break a long gainer. It'll be in there, but I think by the end of the day, he will be a non-factor if our front seven plays the way we think they are, the way they've upgraded this year.
It's going to be a good one. I can't wait to take a look at our new team. We got Derpy, what's up?
I was going to say, here's my thing about it. Of course you want to win. The goal is to win, obviously, but it's a long season. Win or lose this week, where you're at.
And we're going to win. We're going to win this week.
I know we'll win, but we know we're out.
I see what you're saying, Derby, because if we come out flat, that's going to be a bad sign for rolling into next week and the rest of the way. But if we come out hot and it's like both teams are playing lights out, and then it just happens to be, boom, at the end of the game, we lose by a field goal or win by a field goal. Both teams can be like, okay, we're set up we're where we kind of want to be for the start of the year, hard fought game, close game. Yeah. But if either team gets blown out, run all over, pass all over, it's going to be a long week, and it could be signs of a thing to come. But I just have a feeling this team's going to be so fired up this year. They have been all off season.
What, Derpy?
I know they're going to be fired up. I mean, you saw it in the preseason.
Oh yeah.
That's the Bills.
This team's jacked and ready to go. But
can anybody tell me about Juju's knee? I read.
Yeah.
The headline is this, and I didn't even get into the story because I was doing other things. Juju is out because his knee could explode at any point. What does this mean? His knee could explode? I've never heard this in my life.
What I read, I forget who it was on Twitter. What reporter said, but yeah, he was like, Juju's knee is so bad it has the chance to explode at any point.
Explode? What does that mean?
But explode?
Too many TikToks. That's what it is.
Apparently he has bad knees, but I don't remember Juju ever being out for knee surgery. I know he had some shoulder injuries here in Pittsburgh.
It can explode.
Apparently it's that bad.
I hope they let him play just to see what someone's knee exploding looks like. I want to see this. I didn't think this was a thing.
Well, the funny thing is, they let him go, or New England signed him after they let one of their receivers go for the same amount of contract. So if this is true, if his knee is this bad, that was a bad move by
it's going to explode. Do you understand what that means? Oh, yeah. His knee is going to explode?
Here's the thing, though. He's a
and the
patron
thing was,
now, so
they used it in every headline. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was a real thing. Like, the exploding knee.
He's a patron now. Screw him.
Yeah. The underrated story here: Juju Smith-Schuster's knee is a mess, and that thing could explode at any point.
Explode? Why do they keep saying that?
Because that's how, like, Albert Breer, that's how he reported it. So everyone's running with it that it could explode. Like, this is like the first time anyone's ever talked about it. They even hit Juju saying, like, I don't think that's true at all. And you figure this is, he would know.
Here's one, guys. The Ringer. I don't know if you've ever heard of this place. I never heard of them.
Never heard of it.
But you got to hear what the Ringer has to say about the NFL season. The Ringer predicts Myles Garrett to break the sack record and the Bengals to win the Super Bowl. The Ringer. This Ringer must be in Ohio somewhere, I'm guessing.
Oh,
but the Ringer predicts Myles Garrett to break the sack record and the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
The Bengals will never win a Super Bowl.
I can't believe the Ringer is still around.
Well, the Ringer must be delirious. I'm thinking.
Like neither will the Browns.
Oh, like Myles. Like, I was a Steelers fan. I would say Myles Garrett sucks, but you look at his stats; he's a really good player. But he doesn't have. I don't think he's going to break the. He's not going to break the sack record. He's not.
He's not TJ Watt.
No, I think he'll probably end up like 15 to 17 sacks this year. Really good numbers. But I don't. No. Like the sack record. My God, Strahan broke it. And then how many years was it from Strahan till Watt tied it? And then how many years was it before? Like when it was set till Strahan broke it. This is a record that's not always in jeopardy. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Like I said, Myles Garrett had 15 to 17 sacks and just have another really good season up there.
That being said, you have McAfee offering TJ Watt $500,000 if he breaks the sack record. Does he have a chance to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his goal this way. He literally said that was his goal.
Well, that's a goal. Goal doesn't mean he's going to do it. But
when you're determined and that's your goal, it's a highly likely chance to happen.
You know what? My goal was to marry Natalie Portman, and we saw how that worked out.
Fair.
Okay. But I get what you're saying, Durfee. He might have a better chance than Garrett, just because he has more. Teams have to worry about Cam. Teams have to worry about Highsmith now, so that's less attention that can have to go to TJ. He's still going to get double, triple teams.
I like to see a
but
team.
I think there's more people on the Steelers front seven than the Browns front seven to worry about.
Yeah, I'd like to see a team win the Super Bowl this year that isn't Buffalo, Cincinnati, or Kansas City. Actually, everyone's a know-it-all right now. They're all it's going to be these guys are the best. I hope that it's somebody outside of that little circle.
Yeah,
it'll be the Chargers.
You know what? I would be fine with that. I would be okay with that. We just go through them times when you get these same teams year after year after year, and it's like it's a whole waste of a season for everybody else because James Conner was named a Cardinals captain down there. You know what? That Cardinals team got a lot of problems. They got a lot of problems. You got what's the quarterback, Mike? The
Kyler Murray, he's out.
Not him. The guy that was here.
Should have played.
Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs
is gonna be the starter. I'm very curious to see what this team ends out doing. I mean, what if Josh Dobbs wins a couple games to start the season off? That'd be something, man.
Dobbs, he's everyone knows, he's the rocket scientist, blah, blah, blah. He's that smart, capable backup that can go in and win you 1 to 2 games. And then everyone's thinking, all right, he can leave him in. Let's keep him going. But like the more he plays, it's diminishing returns. Like less Josh Dobbs goes a long way. A long way. Like less Charlie Batch when he became a Steeler goes a long way. I was going to say
it's almost comparable to
like
Charlie.
My Tom Zach, a little bit of Tom Zach went a long way in that Cordell areas. Yeah, but it's that team they are setting up to choke. That coach, oh my God, he has no charisma. He was trying to get like a motivational speech, and the team released it. And you're just looking at players; they're like this.
Yeah, they got a JV team down there. It's not going to be good for the Cardinals, but it is going to be good for us because we do play the Cardinals. We play the NFC West this year, so that's going to be good. The Rams are on that part of the schedule. The Cardinals are on the schedule there. 49ers, and who am I missing? Missing somebody, but I'm looking forward. Seattle Seahawks. I'm looking forward to this season because again, those that's a nice division to play right now, especially if we can come out of the gate and beat San Francisco, knowing that you beat San Fran, knowing that you got the Cardinals, knowing that and you got this going, and we also have the AFC South. So I'm excited about the schedule. I'm excited about the schedule. We also do play the Green Bay Packers out of the NFC as well. Again, the Steelers play 5 days from today, Sunday, 1:00. Regular season starts 2 days, Thursday. Today is Tuesday. That game is on Thursday night between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. And then it's officially underway, guys. It's here. There's nothing that you could say. There's nothing that you could do. Football season is here.
It is here. And like Pete said, the ringer, the Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons runs the ringer. I hate that guy. He's the worst. I hate Bill Simmons.
I just want a quick mention. Tomlin's doing his quick preview before week 1 right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, noon o'clock. Yeah, it's his press conference.
All right.
But if you want a real recap preview of the team, just stay right here.
Yeah, you gotta listen to us.
Like Tomlin doesn't know what he's talking about right now. We do.
Also, I had speaking of James Conner, Pitt is going into the Cincinnati game as 7-point favorites. Mike, who does Penn State play this week?
Give me one moment. I will look that up. I forget. I didn't look ahead.
What about Ohio State, Derpy? Who do they play?
They actually play my local university, Youngstown State.
Oh,
Youngstown State. We play Delaware, the mighty Delaware. Joe Flacco's coming out of retirement to play for Delaware or Delaware State, whoever he played for you. But we play Delaware. This is our, we started out with WVU and we got, that was just too much to handle. We got to tone it down. Play Delaware.
Yesterday, somebody had put it was a Pitt post, and they said, well, if they call the Pitt Penn State or the Pitt West Virginia game the backyard brawl, would the Penn State West Virginia game be the barnyard brawl? So they got Delaware, huh?
Yep.
And Ohio State got Youngstown State.
Yep.
These guys catch the game last night. Duke Clemson. They were ranked in the top 10. I don't know where they were. I forget where they were at. Maybe 8, something like this. The Duke Blue Devils come out and whooped their ass.
They got mollywopped.
Whooped that ass 28-7, guys. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a lot of fun to watch. I like these games when these teams, especially when that team that the underdog that wins is at home. You get to see all them people rush down on the field. It was a lot of fun. A lot of exciting things happened this week, guys. In the first week of college football, I look for that to carry over into the NFL, which again starts 2 days from now. 2 days, the NFL is here. Mike, if you could do this real quick, can you pull up Colorado's schedule? I was going to pull it up. I have it in front of me, but my phone is on the other side of the studio, and I'm looking right at it as I need this.
Okay,
pull this up. Let's quickly go down through these teams and just take a look and see what we think ultimately Colorado is going to do once we get through the list. So who do we got next on the list?
They have Nebraska.
Then who else?
Colorado State. Both those games are at home.
Then they go on the road to play Oregon.
Yep, at Oregon, then USC at home. So Oregon right now is preseason 15. USC is preseason 6. And that USC game is at Colorado.
And there's about 4 more teams on the schedule that are ranked.
One more. They play two more. So
we got Oregon, Nebraska next, Colorado State, Oregon, USC,
Arizona
State,
Stanford,
UCLA,
home against number 18 Oregon State. And Oregon State's looking pretty good. DJ Ujalele, he transferred from Clemson, and my God, smart move. Once he looked, did not look like the quarterback that I saw at Clemson. And this kid looks so much better.
Is that all the games?
They Arizona at Washington State, then they close it out at Utah, who is preseason 14.
So it's going to be interesting. I want to see what this team does now, and everybody does. Everyone's talking about this Colorado Buffaloes team, of course, coached by Deion Sanders. There you go. That's
one game does not make a difference.
There's, we all went into this first week figuring let's watch what kind of disaster takes place whenever they go on the field to play number 17 TCU. You see that didn't happen. Colorado upsets TCU. So there you go. That's a list of the other, there's a bunch of good teams on there, about 4 more ranked games, program. And on top of not being, not just the ranked teams, there's some other good teams on there.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to watch how this season plays out.
Yeah.
Sanders, the quarterback, nobody has ever thrown as much yards as he has in the history of Colorado. This dude out of nowhere comes out, plays his very first game, and throws more yards than anybody that ever threw in the history of Colorado University.
I'm really intrigued by that cornerback / wide receiver.
He was amazing.
I think he was like the number 1 recruit in the nation when he went to Jacksonville State or Jackson State. So that didn't surprise me about him. Some of those other guys were highly recruited, for D1 schools. So that came over. They have some talent, but like Derpy said, it's one game. TCU wasn't TCU from last year. They lost a lot of talent,
and they weren't even that. Come on, they weren't
even that good.
Still, hey, you're 20 point.
Yeah,
you're 20-point underdog though, and you still win. So tip of the hat. But we'll see how it goes by the end of the year. Like I was saying before, off air was someone like
how much of a favorite was Colorado? I'm sorry, was TCU in this game?
They were like a 20-point favorite.
Oh man,
some shit like that. Yeah, it was a big one. Like I don't mean this as an insult. It's going to sound like it coming from a Penn State guy, but I can see like under Dion, like Colorado becoming like reaching like that Pit level, battling it out
passing Penn State levels. Don't even start that.
No. Here, listen, what I'm saying. No, battling out for their championship, or what's going to be left of like the Pac-12, and putting guys into the pros. You're not going to say, "Oh my God, this is like in Ohio State, Georgia, or Alabama," but they're going to be putting guys into the pros. And if that's your level, make it do. That's huge.
Watching this team play in a national
championship.
Talk to me
when you compete with Oregon and USC.
Well, that's how I said. It's going to be interesting. If you think that this Colorado story is going to go anyway anytime soon, we're going to be hearing about this for the next 10 weeks. Promise. So let's move on, guys. We are down to only a couple minutes of the show. Pirates, they have won 6 of 7. They've won 6 of their 7 last games. They are 7 games behind the wild card race. They are 12.5 games out of first place in the division. Again, do I want to see them? I don't think they're going to do anything, even if they would somehow backward bumble ass into the playoffs. I come on. But again, they are still within arm's length reach. They win last night 4-2. They are now, Mike, 10 games under 64-74. Brian Hayes 2 hits, Kutch 2 hits, Jack 2 hits. Jack has a home run, his 23rd of the season, which we had him somewhere right around 27, 28, 29. He definitely cooled down as the season went on. But again, if this team's going to maybe go on a little streak, let's see what Jack can do. Also, Brian Hayes does hit a home run as well. Luis Ortiz goes 6 innings thrown, giving up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Bednar gets the save. Also, I do want to mention that Kutch did leave the game early with a stiff Achilles heel, as Achilles tendon. Game 2 of 3 today at 6:35 for the Brewers. Brandon Woodruff, who's 3-1 with a 270 and 43 strikeouts, comes into pitch against the Pirates. Pirates still haven't named their starter. Paul Skeens bounces back in his second Double-A start, strikes out 3. The concern about Paul Skeens, everyone could settle down now. He's going to be okay.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
It's light.
He's back to being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, right. And with that being said, Mike, why don't you tell everybody about the website?
To dumyinzers.com. Head on over there for everything you need to Dum Yinzers. It's all there. We have links for everything, email addresses there, Twitters, Facebook, everything I said is there in the merch store.
All right, go check it out, everybody. www.dumyinzers.com. It will be updated throughout this weekend coming up, as I believe. Is that true, Mike? Is it this weekend?
This weekend, it should be up and ready to go.
All right, so we reach the 400 show plateau on Friday. Mike will have the website updated over the weekend, and the Steelers play Sunday. It's a big weekend, guys, and it all starts Thursday night with the first game of the season in the NFL. Everybody's fired up. All right, guys, we do play the 49ers, so we're still on 49er trivia question. I can't wait till this team is out of the way and done with, but put your thinking caps on, because here we go. Which 49ers head coach has the highest winning percentage? Which 49ers coach has the highest winning percentage? Think this over. I'll give you options if you would like. We are live, everybody, every day, 7 days a week from Monday to Sunday, every week, right here. And if you want to listen to the show in podcast form, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you're taking a walk with your earbuds in, the show that we do live, brand new every day, gets uploaded over on Spotify at 8 o'clock p.m. Check it out. All right, gentlemen, the question of the day is this. Which 49ers head coach had the highest winning percentage? Do you guys want to take a stab, or do you guys want some choices?
There's two people that come to mind. I'm going to take a guess.
All right, Derpy, are you going to want choices, or are you going to take a guess?
Choices.
All right, so we'll go with Mike first. Mike, which 49ers head coach has the highest winning percentage?
Like what P said, Walsh.
Bill Walsh. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, let me lock you in. And unfortunately, I'm not able to keep up with P today because, again, my phone is on the other side of the studio that I'm looking right at it. So I apologize, P.
I'm chatting with him.
All right, so you did say Bill Walsh, correct? All right, Derpy, here are your choices for which 49ers head coach has the highest winning percentage. Was it A, Jim Harbaugh? Was it B, Jim Tom Sula? Was it C, Bill Walsh? Or was it D, George Seifert? Again, your choices are Jim Harbaugh, Jim Tom Sula, Bill Walsh, George Seifert. Mike, of course, said Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh.
All right. Derby's going to go with Bill Walsh as well. We'll lock you in place. All right. Here we go, fellas. The question of the day is, which 49ers head coach had the highest winning percentage? Was it A, Jim Harbaugh, B, Jim Tom Sula, C, Bill Walsh, D, George Seifert? Both Mike and Derpy said Bill Walsh. The answer to this question, of course, is George Seifert, D.
Oh, come on.
Rip.
So there you go. George Seifert, the all-time highest winning percentage coach from the 49ers. Mike, you got anything before we get ready to take off?
I got this funny story. This is like why I'm glad we're not like fans of like a crap organization like the Raiders. Their defensive end, Chandler Jones, who has like 112 sacks in his career. He can't work out at the Raiders facility. They have him go to a local gym, and the coach and GM are trying to talk to an ex-girlfriend to get a hold of him to let him know what's going on. They won't reach out directly to him. They're going through all this other stuff. I just saw that, and that is wild. So I have no breaking Steeler news, but I have.
You go
once
call
again,
his neighbor, see if the neighbor will go tap on the window and see if he's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna call your he's like, this is my ex-baby mom that I haven't. We don't talk about work stuff anymore.
Wow. Derpy, what say you, man?
6200.
All right.
6200.
I do like it.
That's my height and my weight.
I do want to say thank you to everybody. We want to thank everyone for checking us out. We appreciate each and every one of you, as always. If that's it for you guys, that's going to be a wrap. Anything else? Speak now.
I got nothing.
Derpy?
Don't be Jarvis Jones in life.
Don't what?
Don't be Jarvis Jones or Deshaun Watson in life.
There you go. Hey. Yeah. All right. Hey.
Deshaun, like Dijon mustard.
Deshaun, you get my point. Don't be them. Don't be them.
All right, guys. So, hey, 2 days left. 2 days. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, and we'll be only 1 day away. So, I can't wait. Again, college football, high school football, everything is in full swing, guys. NFL right at the door.
Great. It's best time of the year.
For the two Dum Yinzers, Derpy, Mike, myself.